everyone, welcome back to my channel. Hello, if you're new here, it's lovely to have you and I hope you choose to stick around and subscribe. It's completely free and entirely up to you. It just means I pop up in your subscription boxes every time I upload a new video. On to today's video, and as promised in one of my recent vlogs, I am going to be sorting out and decluttering my wardrobes. Now, if you missed that video, I will insert a clip of exactly what my wardrobes look like at the moment. I am determined to downsize. I want to try and get rid of maybe like half of it, and the half that I do keep, try to just organize it a little bit better so I can see everything that I've got. My ultimate goal is to take all of my clothes which are in a chest of drawers in Nellie's room and be able to put them in this wardrobe. So wish me luck. Let's get started. And yeah, I need to be ruthless. It has been a minute. So excuse how filthy the mirrors are, and obviously hello. So this is the first half of the wardrobe, which, yeah, there's no kind of anything to it. But the shelving is right up here. There's some shoes on there. It does go quite far back in the second side, but I can't actually open this door because I have this bedside cabinet there. That is also some shoes that need to go back in from a night out, which was nearly 2 weeks ago now. So that's fun. There's also loads of shoes under here. I don't even know what's under there, to be honest with you. I've got like a pile of stuff is the only way I can describe it. Like my birthday cards are still sat there that I was given, and in a nice way my birthday is in April, so that shows how long they've been sat there. But yeah, there's just a real mixture there. So I'm going to go through everything, try some bits on. This may be spread across 2 days because I don't actually have any childcare for Nellie, so she is currently playing with her toys. But we all know what toddlers are like, and it probably won't last all that long. Needless to say, I need to get started. My absolute goal is to, like I say, condense it down. And I kind of want like a capsule wardrobe so that I've got things that I'll actually wear that just don't sit in there. Obviously, there's 1 or 2 pieces. I've got a couple of very special dresses, which I will not be parting with. But I just want to get it into a kind of thing where I can just pick clothes and it not matter. Almost like a capsule wardrobe. I just want to make life easy for myself while still looking put together. I think I've kind of got into that mum uniform of like leggings and a vest top and then put a hoodie on, and it's just not working anymore, and I want to feel a little bit nicer about myself. So my goal is to sort these wardrobes out, declutter, and then maybe see where there's some gaps. I know I want like a nice oversized blazer. I think that's going to be key for the next few months. I would also quite like to get a new denim jacket because I had to sell mine because mine was a size too small, because obviously I've put on weight since having Nellie and just haven't lost it because not everybody snaps back into shape. So yeah, I've sold that one on, so I need to replace that. Other than that, there might just be a few different bits. I'd quite like to get some trousers, maybe some paper bag style trousers or something along those lines. Yeah, we shall see. I think you might be on a walk and obviously you can see my reflection a little bit, but first things first, I'm going to start off with my nemesis, which is my trousers. So that's jeans, leggings, trousers. There's quite a few in here that I've had well before I got pregnant, so I think this could be the biggest section that I end up getting rid of. There is another pair of jeans that I have bought, which is to form part of a hen day out outfit. We're going very themed. We're going Mamma Mia themed. I'm hoping that it will have happened before this video goes up, so then it won't matter me mentioning it because it is a surprise and the bride doesn't know. But other than that, I'll go through the rest of the jeans. But I know that the new pair of jeans I've bought fit, and they actually fit quite nice. They're like flared. I used to always wear, before skinny jeans were like a massive thing, like when I was say 17, 18, I always wore flared, or they were skinny flared from Matalan before they came in with all like the names, a bit like how Topshop does it or did it. They were just called Skinny Flare, and they were the most flattering jeans I've ever had. And I had to look for these flare jeans on Shein, and I managed to find some. I did size up because I wasn't sure what the sizes would be like on their jeans, although I have got a cropped pair which I used to live and die in. They might still be in this pile, but they definitely have died a death. And yeah, the Shein jeans in the flared style fit amazing again, so I feel like that might be my new go-to. The only issue is I can't get me boots on if I wear flare jeans, so we'll see. But anyway, enough rambling, let's get trying on these trousers and give myself the shock of my life when I realise nothing actually fits me anymore. These jeans I've never even worn. Let's get into those first of all, because I bought these for postpartum life. These are from Primark, I believe. They are 14, and I just wanted to look like a cool mum. I saw all these mums that had babies around the same time I had Nelly, and they were starting to get their like coolness back and put together outfits and things like that, and I thought these would be a winner. And a year later I still haven't worn them because they weren't very flattering, so let's see what they look like now. Don't get me wrong, they are a bit tight, like they are very, very tight. However, they don't look as bad as how I remember them. Obviously I just need to do a few more sit-ups because I've got a real roll hanging here, so I need to try and lose that a little bit, which I am attempting to do. But it was this section here that I didn't like, but it now doesn't look as bad. Maybe this section has pushed up here, who knows. But yeah, I don't think they look as bad. Maybe it's just the cut of them, because I've got like a big gapy bit at the back, but yeah, it just feels tight here. What do we think? Like, they're lighter than I'd normally go for. Can I sit down? Yes, I can, but again, I've got a I've got a flappy bit. This is like, I don't think that's a vibe somehow. I don't think they are going to be staying, which is a shame. I've still got that like overhang. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I am just not the right shape for clothes. Who knows? Now, believe it or not, I mean, you probably can believe it, but these are a size 10. Now, obviously I've got this bit, but those ones were a 14 or a 16. These are a size 10, both from Primark. Like, I love how they look on the legs. They don't feel uncomfortable. They are, oh, maybe that's a no. The zip's just come undone. But they don't feel uncomfortable other than the zip falling down. And they probably look all right with jumpers, but clearly the zip cannot cope with my mum tum. So they're a no as well. That was a struggle, but I'm in. These are a size 12. I want to say possibly from Primark, can't remember. They are classed as like a grey, and when I tell you I haven't worn them in a while, I think the last time I wore them was pre 2018. So I'm quite chuffed that I can still get in them, but I just don't think the colour is very me anymore, so I'm going to get rid of them as well. Oh my days. See, now this is where I'm torn, because the waistline along here, although it's not really showing on camera, it's actually gone a bit yellow with age. I bought these, I can tell you exactly when I bought them. I can even tell you where from. They're from M&S. And I bought these jeans and 6 other colours, which I think these are the last pair in this set that I bought. I bought them in 2016. And I think I've worn them once. But they are comfy. They're not that see-through, I don't think. Bearing in mind I've got black knickers on. Like, yes, they're a bit funny here, but they're always going to be because I've got my mum tum. So I used to love wearing white jeans. Obviously, as a summer thing, I don't think I'll be necessarily wearing them in winter, although I used to wear white jeans with a pink knitted cable neck jumper, probably like 90% of winter, especially when I was vlogging. When I originally was vlogging, I think that was my go-to outfit with some little brown Uggs. That's what I used to wear. But I just don't know if this colour is practical with a toddler. And I'm not liking what it's doing here. Like, white jeans I don't think look very good rolled up. You know what I mean? I feel like I look like the Michelin Man right now. It's just not really doing me any favours. I definitely look like Michelin Man. So I think I'm going to, after 9 years, give them to a new home. It's like the horrible... Oh, dearie me, I'm in them. We are done up. Do some little tests. They still fit. I'm not a huge lover of the colour. It's not very me. It's a bit too blue. I tend to do either a darker denim or black. But they are comfy. I mean, they make my bum look okay, I think. Anyway. The other issue is as well, they do have, I don't know if I can show you, but they do have a bit of paint down the side, which does not look like I've done it for style. Let's just say that. But it's only a tiny bit. And I feel like maybe these would be perfect for having on around Nelly, where we're doing something messy or we're going to the park or something like that. I think maybe these will be okay. So I'm actually going to keep a pair of jeans, which, as a side note, I am also keeping these jeans, which I haven't tried on. These are, you're probably going to be sick of me saying it, but these are the Sia jeans from George, and obviously I've only recently bought these. I wear them all the time. I've literally washed them like in the last week, so I know they fit, unless I've suddenly eaten a million things that have made me put on more weight, which, to be fair, I have got 9 cupcakes in the cupboard to eat, not just for me, to share with the family downstairs, but I don't think that will stop me getting in those. So I'm going to keep these ones. So that's 2 pairs of jeans plus the ones I was already wearing when I started this video. So I feel like that's a good number. I don't feel like I need any more, but I have spotted some more just there. Black hides a multitude of sins. These are definitely staying. These are the Jessie jeans from Matalan. These are a size 14, and there's plenty of room in them, plenty of give, because they are super, super stretchy. They are like high-waisted, skinny with stretch. So like the perfect jean, as long as you wash them quite regularly. Otherwise, they tend to stretch on the knees and it looks a bit weird. However, I've basically lived and died in these Jessie jeans probably again since about 2018. This is a different pair. I do keep refreshing them. But these were what I always wore to work. So I know they're comfy. I know I'll get a lot more wear out of them now that I've actually unburied them from all of the pairs of jeans that very clearly did not fit or did not suit me. So I'm glad that I've done that. I think, looking at it, that is all the jeans. I think I've just got like trousers and things then. So yeah, I feel pretty happy. I feel like now I can just grab a pair of jeans and hopefully they'll look okay. I won't have none of that like crying in the mirror because they either won't do up or they just don't fit right. So then I've got 3 blue pairs and a black pair. That's plenty. Don't need to order any more. Although, let's face it, I probably will. Actually, that's a lie because I've got 4 pairs of blue because the other ones are blue as well. So, yeah, definitely don't need to be ordering any more. Now, I bought these about 3 months ago. I've never worn them. I don't know if I've even tried them on. But that leg length just does nothing for me. So, no. I wanted them similar to how I used to have them where they were floor length, but that definitely is not floor length, so they are going. I do, however, have another pair that I'm not trying on, which are my leopard ones, which I've pretty much worn all summer, so I know they fit, but these ones are going. I really can't believe these still fit. So I know these are a bit out there, and in the nicest possible way, I wouldn't actually go outside the house in them, but these are like a camo with little white stripes, just like jogging bottoms, and I actually survived the first half of pregnancy in these. I had them before, but until like my bump really popped, I basically lived in them. They're from Shein, and I loved them so much that I've got 2 pairs. They're the same size. I've got a medium and a large, so I'm wearing the medium, and these are the large. But I just think maybe for like wearing around the house, like days when I'm not going out, I normally wear my black leggings, but maybe I should wear some of these instead. They could do with a little like debobble, so I need to find the debobble machine because yeah, they're very bobbly. But I might just try the large on, see what they look like as well. But they're so comfy. I forgot how comfy they were. I might have to put these on in a little bit. I've now got on the large, and I can't decide if I've either shrunk a pair or there just wasn't much difference in them to start with. I've got a feeling there wasn't much difference, to be honest with you. But yeah, I think I'm going to keep both pairs. Sticking with the camo, I've had these for pretty much a year. I bought them last year at Bridgewater Fair, and you know what? I'm not loving them. Like, they're something or nothing. They don't feel like they're going to stay up. They are fleece lined, so that's the only like thing that I'm like, oh, I quite like them for that. They do have a white stripe which breaks up the camo, but I'd only wear them around the house, and I've already got 2 pairs, so I think I'm going to sell these ones on. Yeah, I don't think they're a keeper. They just don't fit right. Sticking with comfies, and if you've been here since Nelly was a newborn, then you will remember these because these were my absolute steal from Asda. They were £6 in the sale. That would have been probably like February, March 2025, so 2024 even, 2024, not 2025. They are like a cuffed bottom. They're super comfy. They've washed really well, although again they are really bobbly now, but you know when you've just found something that's comfy. So I'm going to keep these. That means I've got 3 pairs of jogging bottoms to wear around the house, and I know I've got leggings as well, so I feel like we're doing okay for like the comfy bottoms anyway. Something tells me they're not going to do up, which I'm not too bothered about. These were actually the trousers I used to wear when I was a cleaner before I had Nelly, so I didn't expect them to fit because they're quite a tailored trouser. They're a bit fluffy, but I don't think there's any bleach marks, so I might get away with selling them. Hopefully someone might like them for school or something. Yeah, definitely to go. Right, so that is it for trying on the trousers, because I have got, I'm going to take it off this is the world's most annoying hanger. I'm going to take it off there, but I have got one pair of thick, let's just check they ain't got a hole in, thick pair of the Primark like fleecy leggings, and then I should have, although I don't know if I've got them all here, I should have 3 pairs of my favourite Sheen leggings. I think I've got 2 here at the minute, which they'll slowly be, what's the word, coming out of my wardrobe anyway, because we've got a lot of painting to do in the next few weeks, and no doubt I will wear a pair of those to do like painting and things like that. The thermal leggings I actually wear when we go to like carnivals and bonfire night and things where it's a little bit chilly. And then the only other type of trousers I've got are the ribbed brown leggings, which again I've mentioned many a time on this channel. I'm going to swap that hanger out if I've got a different one. No, I haven't. That's annoying. I might have a spare one later on though. If not, I'm going to go into Ash's wardrobe and steal one of his. I actually got rid of 7 pairs of trousers there, so I feel that's quite good for me, especially as a starting point. Like, I may go back through and get rid of some again at a later date, but for now I feel like that's good. So I can put all of these back in the wardrobe. Right, next up is like cardigans and things, and this is where I think I'm really going to struggle. Now this is vintage, very vintage. This was actually my dad's, and he's going to be in a right flap if he sees any possibility that I was thinking of getting rid of this, which I'm not, because it is the most comfiest cardigan going. It should have belt loops. I do have the belts on my butt. The belt made me feel like I was dressing up like Hugh Hefner, so I took that bit off. It has pockets, but yeah, like I say, it is super comfy, and it's older than me, but I love it. So this is definitely staying. Don't panic, Dad, I'm not getting rid of it. However, I don't know if it is time to get rid of the old leopard print. I don't know. See, now I've got it on, I really like it. I think I'm going to end up with hundreds of cardigans again. I do really like it. I mean, don't get me wrong, it is very wobbly, so I might just have to debobble and see if that saves it slightly. But again, it's got pockets, like a cardigan with pockets. Maybe I could give it a new lease of life, see if I can debobble it, and maybe put some bougie buttons on it, make it like slightly different, maybe like some gold buttons or something. That's an idea, isn't it? Maybe I'll upcycle my cardigan. Again, I bought this in 2018, and the stuff I'm about to try on I think I bought well before that, so that is going to have to stay as well. Now this one is always a classic. It's like a pale pink. It comes down to pretty much my knees. It's more of a spring cardigan. Again, it's got pockets. I just can't part with any of them. It does look a bit funny, but I think that's where it's been hung up at some point, so I think I maybe just need to hang it better, because it just, I don't know why I've got flappy bits. I'm presuming that's from the hanger. I feel like a cardigan as well, like I don't know if it's just a mum thing or if it's just a me thing, but a cardigan like hides my mum tum. It gives you that nice, like, obviously not from the side, I look quite wide, but like you wouldn't necessarily know that I've got a mum tum or rolls when I'm stood up, and when I'm sat down I tend to go like that, and you can't really tell anyway. So I feel like, again, I want to keep it, but I feel like maybe instead of putting the heating on so high, I should just wear cardigans because I have enough of them. Now, the next cardigan, again, I know I'm not getting rid of. Like, not a hope in hell am I getting rid of this cardigan. I have adored this cardigan. It's not the most flattering. Like, again, maybe I should zhuzh it. Maybe I should just put a button on, I don't know. But look at that detail. Like, and it always reminds me of the canal boat stuff that I absolutely love. Maybe even a belt. Maybe a belt. I mean, a belt might do something, mightn't it? If I could put a belt on, make it into what looks like a top, that could work. But yeah, I love my canal boat stuff. This always reminds me of it. I'm not getting rid of that. Now, I love this cardigan. I think it's a nice way of me adding a pop of colour. It doesn't really fit though, does it, anymore? Like, my boobs are too big. It doesn't quite fit, but again, it is just super, super pretty. And I find that this type of one is just perfect for like rolling up and throwing in a bag. It doesn't take up much room, just in case it's getting a bit chilly. But does it look too small? Probably, but am I going to keep it? Yes. This is not going very well, is it? Now this one, again, it's a similar design, but in my defence, although it feels quite tight, but I normally wear this to weddings and christenings. Not that I go to many weddings and christenings, I'd like to point that out. But I always find, like, with a nice pretty dress, this just goes with anything. So I think I'm going to keep it. This is proving difficult. Now, this one, my mum bought me when I was pregnant. Still got the tag on, sorry mum. Like, I absolutely adore it. I really wanted this colour cardigan. It reminds me so much of like 1940s type colour. Do you know what? It actually goes all right with my hair. I was worried maybe with my hair it wouldn't look right, but actually I really like the look. I'm not very good. I don't know if it actually goes with the stripes. Like, when I'm looking in this mirror, it does. When I'm looking in the camera, I'm like, But I actually really like that. It doesn't have pockets, that's the only sad thing. But I really like that, so I think I'm going to have to take the tags off and actually wear it. It's super soft as well. I presume it's going to wash up okay. But yeah, I just, when it comes to things like this, I just never quite know what to pair them with, which brings me on to the next cardigan, which is this one, and I absolutely adore the colour. I have had this probably for about 15 years, and I think I've worn it twice. But again, see, it goes all right. I never know what colour to wear it with, but actually that doesn't look too bad. Because obviously if I'm wearing it with jeans, I don't want to wear too much blue and things like that. But maybe if I wear it with white, or predominantly white, oh dear, I'm going to keep it. I'm looking down at the cardigans now, and I know I'm going to keep all of them because I've got these little cardigans which, again, are perfect for just throwing in a bag. These are those little Primark ones that they did about a decade ago. Yep, mine's still going strong. Don't think there's any holes in the arms, no. So I've got it in grey. I've got it in navy blue. I've also got the white with the anchors on, which I do wear quite often, so that's staying. And then I've got some slightly thicker cardigans, which I know will probably all end up staying. I've got this nice chunkier pink one, so this is more like the winter version of the pink one I tried on at the beginning of this section. This is like oversized slouchy. I absolutely adore it. Have to keep that. Then we've got my green cardigan. Again, I love this. I tend to wear this with, I've got a black bodycon dress, and I tend to wear this over the top just to hide the curves a little bit. So I'm going to keep that for this season anyway. Maybe like spring next year I will revisit that one, but I just love the colour. I think it's such a pretty colour. And then last but no means least, I've got this one. This one goes down to like mid-calf. It is super, super long. This was always my travelling thing. So if we were going to the airport, this is what I'd wear on the plane. You know, the kind of thing I mean. And to be honest, if we have a really early start, like when we do Duxford and things like that, for air shows and whatnot, then I usually take this as well, because it almost feels like a dressing gown. You know what I mean? It usually stays in the car. It doesn't normally come into the showgrounds with me, but it's just nice to be cozy and warm. So basically, cardigans are a fail. I have not got rid of any of them. I definitely don't need any more cardigans. However, like I said at the beginning of this video, I would quite like a denim jacket and an oversized blazer in the like cardigan jacket type front. So I need to put all these away now. Now we are on to tops. I don't have many tops in the wardrobe. This is one of them, and I just think it's too boxy. It feels a little bit too tight now, so sadly I think I'm gonna have to get rid of this one. As much as I used to love it so much, I don't think it's really doing me any favours, and right now I feel like I'm being crushed. Whereas this one is a similar style. I still don't know if it's doing me much favours where it's sitting. However, like, I feel more comfortable in it. I haven't done it up at the back, but like, I just feel there's a little bit more room, there's a little bit more give. Yes, it probably is see-through, but do I really care? And I'm actually going out for lunch tomorrow, so I may wear it and give it a try, but I think I'm going to keep this one. I forgot how much I used to love this top. I actually used to wear this all the time when I was working. Ellie will probably recognise this if she's watching this video. Do the darts look a bit funny on the back? Can't tell if it looks pulled. But yeah, I quite like it. Do I think it's me though? I'm not sure. I feel like this is a bit gapey. I don't know. And I just feel like, am I ever going to wear it? Like, I don't know. It just feels a bit, you know what I mean? So I think I'm going to get rid of this one after all this time. Like, it has got like this bit of detail, but you can't really see it. It's just not sitting right, is it? I don't know. I haven't worn it for quite a few years, and it's just, yeah, something about it is just not sitting right on me anymore. So I think I'm going to get rid of it. Now, you know I love a check shirt. Let's face it, I've lived in the brown one that I've got pretty much since I bought it earlier this year. Now, I have this one. It's quite a long length, because normally with these types of shirts, I normally undo a button or two and then tie it at the waist, so it looks a little bit more like that, a bit shorter, because let's face it, I'm only 5'1" and I'm not blessed with any height. However, like, I like it on me. I think the colouring suits me, and it is something go-to that I would wear, especially because I wear a lot of my body warmer during the winter months. So I feel like this bit on show just looks that little bit nicer, a little bit prettier. However, is Nelly going to think I'm trying to dress up as Miss Rachel? Bear in mind, I've owned this for longer than I knew about Miss Rachel. I haven't gone out and bought it, but she has the same one, or like the same pattern, and I just feel like, now, does it look like I'm trying to be Miss Rachel? You know what I mean? She's ruined it for me, but I'm going to keep it, and I'll see if I do wear it over this like autumn winter. I feel like I'm going to one of Bryn's barn dances, but yeah, I think I'll keep it for now. I do also have it in green. I'm not a huge green fan, not like a brighter green, but you know what, again, I feel like for autumn it might be okay. Hopefully they come back into fashion, because otherwise I look like a bit of a plonker. But yeah, I like them, they're comfortable, you can lay them up. Yeah, I'm gonna go with it. What do we think? Obviously you can see my belly button, apologies, I'm just being lazy and can't be bothered to do all the buttons up. But if you wondered what I used to dress in 15 years ago, it was pretty much this. Not this particular one, this is a newer version. I like it when I look in the mirror. The only thing that's putting me off, as you can see, like I feel like I've got Popeye arms. I feel like this is going to rip at any moment. Like it's just so I don't know is my answer. Like I like how it fits on the body, but the arms. And part of me's thinking, you know, I'm going to the gym, I'm trying to lose weight, maybe I'll lose some of my arms and it might not be so tight on them. But at the same time, am I keeping something for the sake of it and not being as ruthless as what I said I was going to be? I don't know. Do I look a little bit millennial? Probably. See, I used to wear this with my black skinny jeans and ankle boots and spend all evening at the pub. That was like my go-to outfit. Do you reckon I could get away with it? Like, I feel like it doesn't seem too big in the body. That's the thing that's making me think it might be okay. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to keep it for now, but it's going to be one of those earmarked things of if I don't wear it by spring, it's gone. I used to love this, but do you know what? I really don't like it on me. Like I've instantly looked at it and thought, no, this is a no. I love this. I love the floatiness. I love the pattern. Like I'm partial to a little bit of snake print, I'm not going to lie. But I just, the Victorian-esque collar is not doing anything for me, and it wouldn't stay down. It wouldn't look right if it was down either. So this is going. So it's a similar design, but I feel because the neckline, let's get my hair out a minute, because the neckline is slightly different, I feel like it works. I don't know. Maybe I'm not sure. But like, I don't hate this one as much. Like if I was going out for a meal, I could potentially wear this, if that makes sense. It is a brighter, more of an emerald green than it's showing up, but I do really like it. It's a nice length. It kind of like shimmies over all the bits I don't like. So I think I'm going to keep this one, which means that I got rid of 3 tops. So 3 is better than none. I definitely don't need any more shirt type things, and I'll probably do my chest of drawers, which has got my t-shirts in, at a later date. Maybe as a part 2 of sorting out my wardrobes. I'm pretty happy with that. Right, we are now on to, you can see my horrendous tan lines. We are now on to like jumpsuits and play suits and things, and actually I think this is probably my easiest section, because the only one I need to try on is this one, and I literally looked in the mirror and was like, what the hell was I ever thinking? Like, this is just not flattering. Like, I think if I bend over I'll show everything I've got. It does show off my really bad tan lines very, very well. But other than that, it is just a big fat no. However, just for pure transparency, I am keeping this one, which I featured in a haul a few months ago. I've also got, I wore this one recently. It's hard to show you it, but it's like another jumpsuit in this beautiful colour, and this was my recent find from Vinted, which was an Asda one. It's just a jumpsuit with like really pretty straps. all of which I've worn in the last like 2 weeks. I know they fit, I know I'm comfortable in them. The only thing I probably will do is take this one up a bit because, like I say, I'm a short ass, and also I just need to add a couple of poppers or buttons or something just so I don't fall out. But other than that, these three are staying. This is definitely going. I am just quickly still in it whilst I intro the next clothing section, which is dresses. Now, if I said to you that I could probably count on my fingers how many times this year I have worn a dress, would you believe me if I said that dresses made up 90% of my wardrobe? Well, let's find out what fits, what looks good, what's staying, what's going, because I've got at least 20 dresses there. Yeah, I've got a bit of an issue, haven't I? Right, this is dress number 1. It's like just above the knee. It's more of a wintry dress. I've never worn it. I bought it in a charity shop about 2 months ago. But you know what? I don't like it. I don't like how it fits. And I feel like this paneling is literally just like pointing to my tummy. I wouldn't know if it does up or not because I haven't even attempted it, because straight away it feels restricted on my arms, on my shoulders. I have mentioned before my arms are a lot bigger than the rest of me. They're not quite in proportion. Family trait, thanks Nan. However, I like the idea of wearing a dress in winter. I just don't think this is it. So this is definitely going. Now, I've tried this dress on knowing full well that I will never, ever, ever get rid of it. This is the only custom dress I own, and it is this beautiful, beautiful dress from Button Retro. It was handmade for me to my sizes at the time. Bear in mind, I can barely breathe right now, hence why it looks a little bit pulled there, but it does do up, like it would do that back bit up if I could reach it. But yeah, it is this beautiful, beautiful print. I don't know how well I'm going to show you without flashing. So we've got like Lancaster, Spitfires, there's poppies on there. I just think it's such a pretty skirt. And the reason why I thought I would try it on in a nice way is because I basically got a load of accessories and things that just sit with the dress, which do take up quite a proportion of my wardrobe. But I didn't want to not include it because obviously if you see in my wardrobe, then you would see that I didn't try this particular dress on. And it comes with, got a nice little red cardigan. I did actually, fun fact, I wore this one year to Duxford. I was brave enough, I wore it to Duxford. It does also, in my wardrobe, and this is what I mean by it takes up most of the room, it does also come with a petticoat as well. A massive petticoat. I did wear it to Duxford once and I never wore it to Duxford again, purely because, picture this, so I want to go to the toilet and there's massive queues for the ones inside the museum. If you don't know, when you go to Duxford Air Show, you can walk around the museums. So everyone's going to the nice toilets. I was that desperate, I was like, I'm going to have to go to one of those green porta potty things. Picture this poor man wondered what on earth was going on because I was in the toilet and this was all sticking out of the toilet door because I couldn't actually fit in it. Obviously it has been cleaned. I'm not just, sticking it in my wardrobe like that. But that's what takes up a huge proportion of my wardrobe. But yeah, it's a dress that I will never get rid of. It cost me like between £40 and £50. Yeah, and they do some amazing dresses. They're still going, so definitely check them out. I don't know if they're on Etsy anymore, but they've definitely got a Facebook page and she's got some really pretty prints. She also does like blouses, waistcoats. I think she does stuff for kids occasionally. She does headbands, all sorts of like vintagey inspired clothing in beautiful, beautiful prints. Not sponsored, but I just wanted to mention it because this is my pride and joy. Now, this is one of these dresses, again, where I'm just like, do you know what? I can't possibly get rid of it. Like, it's just beautiful, absolutely beautiful. However, it does not quite do up, but I just cannot bear to get rid of it. So I'm going to keep this despite my thing of being ruthless. It's such a shame that it doesn't fit, because again, it is just like, it's stunning roses all over it. But yeah, sadly it just doesn't fit, which, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, maybe one day I'll get rid of it, but I just haven't got the heart to right now. Now, in my wardrobe, I haven't put the tie on, although there is a tie. I have the world's longest dressing gown, which literally goes down to the floor. It looks more like a wedding dress on me. This is something that I have kept because it's a little bit of like, I made it ever so slightly. If you follow me on Instagram, a few years ago, you will probably remember some pictures that popped up with a campaign that me, along with a lot of other bloggers, were doing for Identity Lingerie. And I spoke about it also over on TikTok, in that that was one of the catalyst moments for me splitting up with my ex, because basically he didn't like the fact I took part in the campaign. But it was the first campaign that I ever took part in that was more mainstream. You know, I had like little small businesses and things I'd worked with before, but this was like the proper or like the first proper business I felt like I'd worked with. Obviously they were still a small business at the time, although I'm pleased to say they have grown loads. And I just haven't got the heart to get rid of this. Not that I think I would ever wear it, but these cost in the region of between 50 and 70 pounds. And if I was to put it on Vinted, I don't think I'd get more than a couple quid for it, because no one really wears a full length silk dressing gown. So yeah, I'm just going to put this back in the wardrobe, but I just thought I'd mention it because I absolutely adored doing that body confidence campaign. And yeah, when I see this in the wardrobe, it just makes me smile, and brings back some happy memories. So yeah, that's definitely staying, but I just thought I'd mention it. Also staying, which funny enough was on the same hanger, is this blue dress. I bought it 6 to 8 weeks ago. We actually did a family photo shoot and I wore this, so I know it fits, I know it's okay, and I know I'll get a lot of wear out of this next spring. I'm not going to say next summer, because I sweltered in this on a very hot day. It is quite thick, it is quite warm, but I definitely think like spring, April, May time, this will be perfect. I literally have not tried this dress on since my early days of pregnancy, where I use this to hide my bump. Because yeah, why not? I absolutely adore this. This is the style of dress that I absolutely love. It is just to the knee, so not too short, but I do wear shorts underneath anyway, so that doesn't make too much difference. But it's this beautiful like floral print. Apologies for flashing you. It is a little bit like, it's not quite it's not quite covering, but from what I remember, it was like that when I wore it anyway. I just wish I tried this on earlier, because, or like earlier in the year, because I could have worn it for the summer. But never mind, I'm going to put it in the wardrobe for next year, so this is definitely staying. There's kind of a bit of a theme about the style of dresses that I wear. I actually wore this one for Christmas because it is a nice pretty red. It's just below the knee, super comfortable. It's not the most graceful around the tummy, but I think if I get a belt it might look that little bit better. But again, it's one of those dresses I just can't get rid of because my nan bought it for me, and yeah, I can't part with it. Maybe I just need to wear some magic knickers with it in future. Now I've got this dress in black, and I thought, I love this colour, I'm gonna go and get it. But you know what, it really does not, it's not working for me, which is a shame. It's beautiful. Unless I can roll it like that. I don't know. Does that look any better? Not really, does it? Yeah, it's a shame. I absolutely adore the colour, but I don't think I would feel confident enough to wear it. So this one is going to go, but I will keep the black because black hides everything, right? But just for context, this is a midi dress. It goes down to mid-calf. It's not too bad on the flat rim front. I think I can get away with it. This is actually the dress I normally wear with that white cardigan that I mentioned earlier for like weddings and christenings, and I've actually got a wedding to go to, which I will probably just wear this, to be honest with you, with the cardigan and some nice shoes. Yeah, so I'm going to keep this with that in mind. However, close to the time I will try it on again, see what I think, because it's not the most flattering from the side. Like, I don't know, maybe it's just that I'm not very flattering, who knows. But yeah, I absolutely adore the print. I love the colour. It's not really showing up too well on camera, but it is like a minty colour. But yeah, who knows, maybe I'll lose weight, maybe I'll find something else, but I'm going to keep this in the wardrobe as an option because right now I don't really have any other options. However, I am going to be ruthless. I'm going to get rid of this dress, which is similar in style to this, and I'm also, I've got so many hangers everywhere, going to get rid of this maxi dress because I haven't worn them in about 6 years, and to be honest, I used to wear them to work, so they're not in like the best condition. They've got like bleach stains on them and things like that, so I'm going to get rid of those. To be fair, I don't feel too bad because I think I paid £4 each for them on eBay, like one of those eBay China shops, many moons ago, so I've had my wear out of them. But yeah, I definitely think it's time for these to go. I can't decide whether this makes me look frumpy or whether it's okay. Like, does it give off cute or does it give off hyacinth bouquet? You know what I'm saying? But I am going to keep it because I do feel quite comfortable in it, and it's nice for just throwing on for the day. It's got the sheared waist, which I love that style. I normally go for more of an open neck, but to be honest, I probably could do with covering up that area sometimes because it gets burnt very, very often. And yeah, I've had issues with burns and things on my chest anyway, long story. But I think I'm going to keep it because, like I say, I think I would get some wear out of it, and I think I could probably get away with wearing it with leggings and like ankle boots and dress it up, layer it up for winter as well. So I'm going to keep this one. On to another dress, and I can't decide if this one is a little bit too short and unflattering. I think I actually bought this from Ellie years and years ago. But yeah, I like the design, so I think I'm going to keep it for now, and again see if I wear it over winter, spring, autumn, whatever, and review it a bit later in the year. I am, however, going to finally get rid of this butterfly one and my first love, this floral one, which I have worn to death because they're just way too small, way too short, and I think it's time that I let go of them.
Like,
will it do it?
No, I doubt it.
Put it together? I'll do it. It's alright, I don't need to try it on. I just wondered if I'll keep it. I think I'm going to leave that here for part one of sorting my wardrobes out, because I think if I leave it any longer, it's just going to be a super, super long video that nobody will want to watch. Maybe no one will watch this one anyway, who knows, but it's making me accountable anyway. So I'm going to come back to part two, which will show some more of the dresses. I've also got knitwear and winterwear, we've got coats, and I'll probably do the chest of drawers in that video as well. So there is a lot more stuff to go through. Yeah, and then obviously I need to list it all and try and sell it or donate it to charity or whatever I decide to do with it. But thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe so you see part two, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye.